This is an ABC News special report.
Hi, I'm Diana Macedo. We're coming on the air with breaking news of what appears to be an Iranian missile attack on Tel Aviv. Here's some footage from just moments ago. You can see those missiles in the air. The Israeli Defense Forces say their air defense system has interrupted some of those. I want to bring in our Chief Global Affairs anchor, Martha Raddatz, for the latest on this. Martha?
Diane, what we're seeing is interceptions of some missiles over Tel Aviv. That is looking out over the city from our position at the hotel there in Tel Aviv. That was a familiar sight, but it is much more serious when you have Iran sending those missiles in and Israel trying to stop them. There are air raid sirens across Israel right now. People are being told to shelter in place or go to some sort of bomb shelter. I know our Marcus Moore is inside a shelter as well, which we often did in Israel over these past few years since the attack on October 7th. But again, Iran is very capable of sending waves of drones and missiles, despite being somewhat crippled after last night's attack on Iran by Israel, which was a very sweeping, very successful attack on personnel, on top generals, on nuclear scientists, on facilities, not all the nuclear facilities, but some of them indeed. But watching those missiles, watching that interception, there was a shot a little bit earlier. We saw a lot of smoke on the ground in Tel Aviv after one of those interceptions. It looked like one of those either interceptors or one of the missiles themselves. That smoke right there, where that landed and caused that smoke, I'm sure is of some concern right now.
And Martha, we can see that smoke cloud live now. I want to head over to our Marcus Moore, who's in a bomb shelter in Tel Aviv. Marcus, what are you seeing there?
Well, yeah, we are inside this shelter here that's in the hotel on the floor where we've been working. Moments ago, we heard the announcement for everyone, all of the guests in the building, to move to the nearest shelter. They have them set up on all of the floors as well as in the basement here. And just to kind of show you around, just very briefly, you can see some of the supplies they have here. There's also some mattresses on the walls and some chairs and water. Very basic items and necessities. But really the main thing is to get to a place away from the windows and in an enclosed area to kind of protect from any of the impact from any missile that may fall. I can tell you that there has been very high concern about what would happen tonight. The prime minister here in Israel saying that they are under the assumption, or they were working under the assumption that Iran would attack. And he said that attack would involve what he said was, quote, severe waves. And so that is what we are seeing tonight. And I can tell you, we have heard the sounds of explosions. And at one point, Diane, there was an explosion that was strong enough to kind of rattle the walls here. So it gives you some sense of how powerful the impacts have been as the Israel's air defense system, we understand, has been put to use tonight. And we're hearing those explosions. We'll wait to see how long this goes on. There's every indication or belief that this could go on for quite some time, Diane. And certainly the word that we've heard from officials here for all of the residents who live in this area and those who may be working here is to stay close to a shelter as they are anticipating a very strong response from Iran.